The Vietnam War. The Vietnam War, a conflict that deeply affected millions and reshaped global politics, lasted from 1955 to 1975. This war, characterized by its intensity, the involvement of superpowers, and its lasting impact, remains one of the most significant conflicts of the 20th century. The Vietnam War, also known as the Second Indochina War, was primarily fought between North Vietnam, supported by its communist allies, and South Vietnam, backed by the United States and other anti-communist nations. The conflict was rooted in the broader context of the Cold War and the fight against the spread of communism. The war involved guerrilla warfare, conventional battles, and extensive bombing campaigns. It also saw significant involvement of the Viet Cong, communist insurgents in South Vietnam, who used guerrilla tactics to challenge the South Vietnamese government and its allies. The causes of the Vietnam War are complex, stemming from colonial history, ideological conflicts, and geopolitical strategies. After World War II, Vietnam sought independence from French colonial rule, leading to the First Indochina War, which ended with the Geneva Accords in 1954. This agreement temporarily divided Vietnam at the 17th parallel, with Ho Chi Minh's communist government in the north and a non-communist government in the south. The Cold War context played a crucial role. The United States, fearing the spread of communism in Southeast Asia, the domino theory, provided support to South Vietnam. Tensions escalated into full-scale conflict as both sides sought to reunify Vietnam under their respective ideologies. The warlords or leaders. The Vietnam War saw prominent leaders and figures who shaped its course. Ho Chi Minh, the charismatic leader of North Vietnam, and the Viet Minh. He was instrumental in the fight for Vietnamese independence and communist unification. Nguyen Van Thieu, the president of South Vietnam from 1967 to 1975. He led the anti-communist efforts with strong support from the United States. General William Westmoreland, the commander of U.S. forces in Vietnam from 1964 to 1968. He oversaw major military operations during the height of American involvement. Le Duan, a key North Vietnamese leader who played a significant role in the strategy and prosecution of the war after Ho Chi Minh's death in 1969. These leaders, along with countless soldiers and civilians, influenced the war's direction and its eventual outcome. The end of the war. The Vietnam War began to draw to a close in the early 1970s. The Paris Peace Accords, signed in January 1973, marked the end of direct U.S. military involvement, but fighting between North and South Vietnam continued. In April 1975, North Vietnamese forces captured Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam, leading to its surrender and the reunification of Vietnam under communist control. The fall of Saigon was a dramatic and symbolic end to a long and brutal conflict, resulting in significant political and social changes within Vietnam and influencing international relations. The end of the Vietnam War was driven by several factors. Military stalemate. Despite heavy US involvement, the war reached a point where a decisive military victory seemed unattainable. Domestic opposition. Growing anti-war sentiment in the United States, fueled by media coverage and public protests, pressured the government to seek an end to the conflict. Economic and political costs. The prolonged war strained American resources and political will, leading to shifts in strategy and eventually, withdrawal. North Vietnamese resilience. The determination and strategic capabilities of North Vietnamese forces, combined with their ability to endure significant losses, played a crucial role in their eventual victory. These factors, combined with the complex geopolitical landscape of the Cold War, culminated in the conclusion of the Vietnam War, leaving a lasting legacy on both Vietnam and the United States. Key battles and campaigns defined the Vietnam War. Tet Offensive 1968, a major coordinated attack by North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces on multiple cities and bases in South Vietnam, shocking the world and changing US public opinion. Battle of Khe Sanh 1968, a prolonged siege that became a symbol of American endurance and a focal point of the war. Operation Rolling Thunder 1965 to 1968, an extensive bombing campaign with the weakening North Vietnam's ability to wage war, which had mixed results. The Vietnam War, with its intense battles, influential leaders, and profound consequences, remains a key chapter in world history. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of war, the costs of conflict, and the enduring human spirit. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Vietnam War. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories from the past that continue to shape our world today.